Hey, welcome back to another episode of Forex Tech Magazine. It is your host, Lewis. Hope that you guys are doing well. Today is the big day. It is Valentine's Day. Today is, and I repeat, Valentine's Day. So if you do not have a Valentine's Day gift for your significant other, my suggestion for you would be to pack up until you do. Okay. And if you do, congratulations. Hopefully you have a wonderful time celebrating this eventful day with your significant others. And if you haven't had an opportunity to make some money to be able to celebrate this day with your significant others, well, hang tight. Hopefully, we'll be able to share with you some tips and tidbits that will make that possible for you and all your Valentine's Day dreams come true. But before we get into that, let's get into this. Here goes the disclaimer. It goes a little something like this. Any and all information shared with you by Forex Tech Magazine should be considered to be for educational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing that is shared with you by Forex Tech Magazine should be considered to be financial advice. If you are in need of financial advice, then our suggestion to you would be to seek out the assistance of a licensed, competent advisor. Now we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into what you came here for, and that is some trades. Now, if you notice here, the chart on the screen is the Euro US dollar. Normally, you don't see the Euro US dollar on my screen. Well, if you happen to miss yesterday's session, I'll give you a quick summary. One thing that I was looking at yesterday, I was telling folks that the Great Britain pound pairs had just been moving sideways and down for the longest, and it just wasn't an opportunity to enter. And what I want to remind people that the Great Britain pound pairs is only one out of many pairs that are possible to be traded. And the idea behind what we're doing is not so much as saying or showing you trade signals. The idea of what we're doing is just showing you trade strategies that work repeatedly over and over time, over and over again, over time. And that you shouldn't just be limiting yourselves to the Great Britain pound pair. If you want to get out there and use a strategy to make money, go out there and use a strategy to make money, but it can be used in different pairs. And so what I did is, while we were live, I just went in, did analysis of the Euro US dollar, determined that, that as long as it breaks over this upward trend, which it did, then we would be, okay to go ahead and buy, which we did, right? And then I also spoke to the benefits of using a risk-free trade with our stop loss. Essentially, when we first came into the trade, the stop loss was at the A. We pulled it down to the swing high of the trade, and then what we did after we got into profitability zone later on that day, I brought the stop loss down right over here into the basically made it a risk-free trade. So no matter what happens in this trade right now, whether it hits our target, which it came pretty close, came within a few pips of hitting our target here. Unfortunately, I believe I was asleep when that happened. Yeah, wow, it was within 10 pips. Can you believe that? I was freaking asleep. That happening. So whether or not we hit our target or not, we're guaranteed, no matter what happens in this trade, to make money. And so essentially what I was trying to do is show people why something like this is such a positive thing for your account, and why it is, just in my opinion personally, it's a good way to trade, right? Because the worst thing that could happen for us is that, we get so close, so close to our target price, right? And then price just slams back up this way and hit our stop loss, right? So not only did we not hit our target price, we took a loss in the trade. We don't have to worry about that now. All we have to worry about now is that price doesn't hit our target price, then our take profit price, then price goes back up, hit our stop loss, we still made money. And ideally, I don't know why you trade, but I'll tell you why I trade, and that is to make money. And so you want to make sure you're using strategies that are going to allow you to do as such, right? Make that money, okay? So that was just one, just kind of showing you that, hey, when you're having a lull in some other place and you're not able to see any good trades, and the other thing is, if you're not able to see any good trades, don't go out there and try to force a trade that's not good. There's always something somewhere that may be better, and ideally what you want to do is take advantage of the ones that's better, find those trades, those trading ideas, and go ahead and trade those. So with that being said, let's look at the Great Britain Pound, New Zealand dollar. Has anything changed? Other than the fact that no, it's still going down. No. Looking on a daily chart. Nose itching. Yeah. Let's see here. Now, this right here is a pretty interesting one. Look at this for a second. So if you notice the original trend line that I put on here, and we'll do it again, was all right. Let's from here to here. All right. So price broke that downward trend line, began to move up. So that gave us some bullish momentum. Right. Low, higher low, higher low, and higher high. Now when price started making a lower high, or trying to make a lower high, hasn't made it yet. All right. Because remember, low, higher low, higher low, even higher low. These are still higher lows, right? Price broke through the trend line, but it hasn't broken all the way down to a lower high. All right, so that means that price may still be making a move up, but maybe it's not as much momentum in the market as previously. All right. So what does that mean for us? Well, it's going to mean a couple of things. It's going to mean that it's moving up, but it's going to be it might be longer pullbacks. And I think what's happening is because we kind of come to this area right here. I'm gonna say kind of like an area of confluence. So this right here is the support resistance line here, right? And as you notice, we're meeting at this resistance right here, right? Because price breaks up through the counter trend line, right? Bounces back through the original trend line, which was moving up. Hits this area of support resistance, and then proceeds to be pushed back down again. Push back down. Right. So the question is, well, what is price doing and why? Where do we go here? Well, if you notice overall, price really kind of looks to be moving sideways, right? Because it's not making any higher highs, right? And it's not really making any lower lows, right? Here goes the high right here. And it's underneath this high. Here goes the low here, right? And it's well within inside of this low here. All right, so price just appears to be moving sideways. And that's kind of what we have right now at the moment with this particular pair. Now, it's at the low of this sideways movement. So that could mean that price is going to push back up. But just kind of know that right now at the moment, it's just kind of moving sideways. So it's not really doing anything, right? And unless unless you know exactly what's going on. This right here may not necessarily be the best trade to make at the moment. I mean, if you did, I definitely put my take profit somewhere up here, right? But the other thing is you don't have any type of upward momentum going on right now in this trade at all. Everything is to the downside, right? Price went down significantly, price pushed up. Well, retrace, went down, retrace, going back down again, right? So it went lower than this previous low here. This is on the hourly chart, by the way. It was on the daily chart before. So for this particular pair right here, I'm gonna have to say, you know, we're gonna sideline this thing, just kind of sit here on the side, just kind of wait until it kind of starts making a move, you know, either up or down, something. It's gonna give us some type of faith or hope that this thing's is gonna make some money. Uh, because right now don't really have any type of discernible uh, actual where price is gonna move type moment. So this one right here, Great Britain Pound is $1. Would stay neutral on this one. Great Britain Pound, Canadian dollar. Looks like I'm gonna have to say the same thing on this one too. Is this one right here? I mean, it's still like it's finding a bottom possibly, but once again, it's still on the sell side of things. You got support resistance up here. It's making it doubly hard for this thing to actually try to move up. So until we get some real momentum in this particular pair, I would stay out of it. Pound, Japanese yen, same thing. I mean, it's like it's trying to, it's kind of moving sideways, but it hasn't pushed up yet. So I would stay out of it. The good news is though, when price is moving sideways like this, a lot of times it's building up a lot of energy, a lot of momentum in the pair. And so what's going to happen when it does break, either to the up or to the downside, it's going to break really hard and it's going to break really strong. So it's going to be a lot of opportunity. It's going to be an opportunity to make a lot of money, a ton of money in these pairs, and they're going to all break at the same time, going towards that same direction. So just really, it's going to look for the one that's going to have the best opportunities available for you, because that's going to it's going to really probably break really hard and really good for you. Same thing here. Price is pulling back. Has not crossed over to the buy zone yet, so stay neutral. And last but not least, price keeps floating around with the A. It's probably going to go ahead and crash through it today. So definitely a no-go. No-fo. Stay neutral on that one as well. So there you have it. All your Great Britain Pound pairs. We're real short today, guys. I'm going to get back out of here. No goes, hold on all those. Let's look at this Euro US dollar again real quick while we got this thing up. Sweet. Look at this right here. It is back on its way down again, making its move. Price that went up. Looks like this was based off anticipation of probably this GDP report that's going to be coming out for the euro, and all of a sudden, and I'm just guessing here that the news came out not favorable or not reflective of what the market's hopes and wishes were, because now what we're seeing is a nice little sell-off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It basically reversed about 6 hours, going into 7 hours worth of optimism and hope, which is good. Shouldn't have optimism, shouldn't have hope in trading. No, I'm joking. Which that's good, and so therefore we should hit our take profit, which would be here. If not within this hour, maybe within the next 2 or so, right? Which is cool. Love it, love it, love it. Matter of fact, what we'll do is we'll bring our take profit down again. a little bit more icing on the cake. All right. And the reason why I had it up here because this right here is a support resistance area, right? So there's a U-turn in the market. So the idea was that the price did at least come towards this line right here, because it's a U-turn in the market. Maybe there might be enough sellers in there to start saying that, hey, this thing's overpriced for the moment, and then push it back down. So that's the reason why. And plus, too, it's kind of like, I mean, it wasn't a real swing point in the market because the market went down, got over exhausted, pushed back up. But once again, just kind of looking at that long candlestick, seeing where we were at, just seems like it was a ideal place to put a take profit on a risk-free trade. I liked it there. We're gonna leave it in. Remember, the name of the game is not to get greedy; it's to get paid. So, right about here, it's probably maybe $600-700, maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more to make. But when you think about the fact that you can put this trade on, guarantee yourself success, saying that guarantee no matter what happens, you make about $600 or $700 off of a trade. Worst case scenario, best case scenario, you're gonna make about $2,200-2,300 off of the trade. I mean, that's why you do it, not just to pat yourself on the back, but to try to make money. So that's kind of where we're at right now in the moment. We're gonna leave this on. I'm looking like one or two more trades, and then I'm gonna get out of here. So let's see how many pips that is. Yeah, so 18 pips. So yeah, it's about 600 maybe or so. Anyway, what's the next one? The next one is Australian US dollar. This one we got out of a while ago. Let's see if there's any opportunities to get back in. Kind of keep in mind the take profit is here. This is supposed to be a downward trending trade. So we'll look for opportunities when price breaks the upward trend line, starts moving down. As far as opportunities to get into the market, of course, when price breaks the upward trend line, the downward trend line starts moving up, then we want to make sure that we're out of the market. As with everything else, we want to make sure that if we trade, we're doing a risk-free trade. This particular pair right here, got to be kind of careful with this. It wasn't at first, but now it's starting to make higher lows, right? So if you look here, this is where you got to be. This is where it gets tricky at, right? Here goes a low, here goes a high, here goes a higher low. Here goes a higher high. Don't know if I really consider this right here to be the low at the moment, but here goes definitely a low. This low, this low. So this low is a higher or a lower than this low. Of course, it's higher. Right? And this high is a higher or lower than this high. It's right almost at the same. So, got to be careful with this particular trade. Okay, this could be signaling that it's getting momentum in the market. And if momentum's coming in the market and the momentum is pushing to the upside, you don't want to be on this thing on the sell side of it. Trust me, okay? So good approach for this right here. Be wait and see what happens. This candlestick has yet to close. Looks like there's going to be some strength going into the dollar this morning. Let's see here. Would like to see how this thing closes out. If it closes out to the downside, then in my opinion, definitely might be a signal to go ahead and sell. If we do, stop loss maybe here, take profit here, And then what we do is once we get in profitable zone, go ahead and bring that stop loss down to have a risk-free trade on, and just take it out as far as it'll go. That's the way I would look at it. I'm telling you, if you get enough momentum just to get you into that risk-free trade, then you got a shot. You know, because you know you're guaranteed you're gonna make something, right? If you can't get into that risk-free trade, then don't be in it at all because you don't have, you know, it's not worth it. You know, why would you want to lose money on a trade? That's just crazy, right? Let's see here. Yeah, no, not in the buy zone as of yet. Look like it's trying to get there though. But once it gets there, we can go in. If you notice, you got low, higher high, a high, a higher low, a higher high, and oh my goodness, this right here, it's a higher low. So that means what? We got momentum coming into the market, and that the market is pushing up, right? You make higher highs and higher lows, so that means that the market is moving in an upward trending direction. So yeah, once you cross that break line, the trend line, you know, why not go ahead and get into this market, buy, and let it push you up. And remember, our target is going to be, because we came all the way down to the blue, target's going to be here at least. Which that should be pretty good. All right, guys, that's it for me. That's all I have right now for tonight. I'm about to get out of here. Happy Valentine's Day. You know, hope you and yours have a wonderful rest of the day, rest of the night. And if you still got enough energy after today, tune in tomorrow and let's see if we make some money together. All right, take care. God bless.